Hey everyone, Benedict here before the pod starts, just for two little announcements. One, episode 50 is coming up, pretty big deal. So for that episode, we want to do fan-requested topics. So leave your requests in the comments down below on this video. It's not so much a Q&A as it is leave stuff that you want to hear us talk about that, you know, maybe wouldn't get an episode otherwise. We want to do that kind of thing. I mean, if you have a question, you can throw it in as well, but we want to do that sort of fan-requested kind of thing. And then the other one is the next pod will probably be a week delayed, so it's probably going to be a week without a pod, just because of, like, our schedule is kind of conflicting a little bit. But hopefully 2 weeks from now, new pod will be out, and then the one after that will be episode 50. So, leave your suggestions down below, or your requests, and enjoy the episode. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 48th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast.
We're pumping them out.
We are, and the third episode of today's recording on July 27th, so if our brains are fried and this one is just somehow even stupider than usual, I apologize, you know but this is what happens when I'm stuck with this dude for more than an hour. So, my name is...
So, I'm Benedict.
Already going insane.
Just start screaming.
You know, it's funny, like, I feel like this pod is, like, we interact like this usually, but on the pod we sort of play it up a little bit more to be more entertaining, and so, like, it just, I will say, as much fun as it is, it does drain the energy a little bit over here, and, my god, do we sweat a lot doing this?
When we stand up, there's just, half the room is full of water.
Anyway, it's also funny because we don't, like, really act like this with other people, but, like, with each other we just become the biggest fools.
Goofers.
Biggest goofers. That's what we should have called this podcast. Today we're talking about the upcoming 2020 movies, because as we see last week we talked about the 2020 movies so far. Now, it looks like maybe cinemas will start opening soon, or maybe
Hopefully.
not. Who knows what'll happen. But, we thought we would talk about, if they do, here are the movies upcoming for the rest of 2020. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let's start with two movies that actually have release dates in, I think, early August here in Denmark. So,
okay.
There might be a new movie in the cinema for the first time in a long time soon here in Denmark. If you don't count all those Danish movies that we saw trailers for yesterday.
Some of them looked pretty good.
Mads Mikkelsen is in a new... Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Where he...
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. So first of all, Mulan. The live-action Mulan. And we're not going to talk about all these evenly. We're going to skip through some that we don't have much to say about. Mm-hmm. Like Mulan. Do you like the animated Mulan?
I love the animated Mulan. And I don't think this will do it justice, probably. Because it's probably not going to be done in the musical style, is it?
It doesn't have music... Well, it has music, but it's just silent. Very creative endeavor.
Staring at the camera.
It doesn't have musical numbers. It doesn't have Eddie Murphy, the dragon, whatever he's called.
That's his legal name. Eddie Murphy, the dragon. You mean Mushu?
Yeah, Mushu.
No,
but
yes,
actually, I think it looks pretty interesting because, unlike something like The Beauty and the Beast, which I didn't mind, but it's just like basically. It's just the same...
I didn't get offended when they made it.
It's just the same movie
in
live action. This one looks like at least it's trying something different.
Is it?
Which I'm more... I mean, it looks like the cinematography looks pretty interesting. If they do it in an inventive way, like with other aspects of it, like if it's well shot and like it has... Because, you know, it's a good story and it's not... Like, it was a story before the Disney version. So they can... If they do it, like, more of a different way, it could be...
Yeah,
be an interesting thing. But I see your point. I don't think it'll be like if you're looking for just a live action version of the animated one, then I don't think it'll be that. So who knows?
Might be the Tarzan kind of thing.
That's what an astute comparison.
Thank you. I'm quite the podcaster.
So yeah, that should be. Let's rate our excitement for these as we did in a previous episode, but on a scale of, well, for this one, on a scale of
one Mushu.
Out of one Mushu, how's your excitement for this?
Out of one Mushu.
Yeah. I'd give it 0.5 Mushus.
I'll give it 0.3 Mushus. No, actually, 0.6 Mushus.
Oh my god. Don't go crazy.
I rank up in 0.3s.
Tenet. The one we saw the trailer for with the Patman.
The Patman. That, honestly, I've never heard of it before, but it looked very, very cool.
It looks very much a bit like Inception and like James Bond kind of mixed together. Yeah, what's his name?
Patman.
And the Patman and Denzel's son of Black Klansman fame,
Oh yeah.
John David Washington. Very good. So, Tenet. It looks very cool.
Tenet.
Very, very, very interesting.
Very, yeah, very unique.
Good premise. And speaking of which, Antebellum. Another very interesting looking premise. It's the new. Well, it's not directed by Peele, but it's produced by Peele.
Oh.
And it's a horror movie where it looks like a woman gets like time traveled back to like 1860s or like
some Outlander premise. You seen Outlander?
I've not, but
I've seen the first episode of Outlander now.
Do you like it?
It did not hook me.
So it looks a little bit like that, although it's not clear whether it's time travel or whether it's like an alternate dimension or something. But she goes back to like slavery times in America, and she has to like escape. It's some kind of horror thing. It's a very vague kind of, how Peele does his trailers.
And it is a horror movie.
Yes, yeah. So it looks very interesting. I'm actually really excited to see that because I have no idea what it's about. Also, that is the worst possible sound you could do for podcasting. Frederick is rubbing a water bottle against his beard. And I'm
so weird.
I couldn't be more disgusted. The new Mutants.
That's the one with Arya, right?
Yes. Finally coming out. It's been pushed like a billion times.
Wasn't that coming out in like 2019 when it first?
I think it was supposed to come out August 2018 originally.
What the hell?
Yeah. Think about where we were in August 2018.
God.
What a
we were
time.
so young.
I don't know. I'm curious to finally see it, so just like kind of
honestly, yeah,
get it
like
done.
I was hyped. I'm not hyped. I don't know. I was excited to see it when it first came out, but now my excitement
so sick of it.
It's just fizzled.
I'm so sick of hearing about this movie being pushed and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to finally just like see it once and for all. I mean, I'm interested that like that it's a horror superhero movie. It's good to like push the boundaries of the genre. But I think they reshot like the whole thing and gave the director complete control, so they don't have to deal with like fans being like, release the original director cut. So
doesn't the director always have full control?
Yeah, but like with like Suicide Squad and Justice League, they're like, release the original cut because the studio like ruined, and like Fantastic Four. So then I think this time they reshot like, I don't want to give a wrong number, but like a lot of it, and then giving like, God, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I mean,
I don't even know where I am right now.
I vaguely know what I'm talking about, but I feel like I can't give any like concrete statements because I'm probably wrong. But like, I think there's something to do with they reshot a lot of this to give the director more creative control. But so, you know what? I'm excited to see it. It should be interesting. And or, as these X-Men movies usually are, they're like really good and interesting or like really hilariously terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where this falls. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
This is the one with Reynolds? Like a sequel?
Yep.
That doesn't sound great, does it?
I mean, if it's coming out in like September, I haven't seen anything from it, but maybe that's just my fault. The King's Man. Pretty excited about this.
Yeah.
Not as excited as like I would be for Kingsman 3.
Yeah.
But it looks kind of interesting. Rafe.
Rafe Fiennes?
No, it's just my buddy Rafe is in this movie. Of course it's Rafe Fiennes, you complete fool. It just turns into just a berating of you. What is wrong with you? Just for saying the word Fiennes.
I remember what Rafe Fiennes looks like.
Of course you do.
I just remember the name.
Rafe. Rafe. Look at him.
He's so angry.
He looks pretty upset in this photo.
I don't like his face. It's weird. Don't you agree?
I don't like your face.
It's weird.
It's odd.
But don't you agree?
No, he's a very handsome man. What are you talking about?
No, he's got like his...
Look at young Rafe.
Okay, well, young Rafe, yeah, but like current Rafe. Look at him.
He's Voldemort. He's
Voldy.
He has kind of an Adam Driver vibe in this young photo, don't you think?
How young is he there?
54. Rafe Joseph Fiennes.
Is he not Ralph?
Yeah, he makes people call him Rafe. I don't know.
Why?
And by he makes people, I mean, I think it's just how you pronounce his name. He forces people to do it. Anyway, it looks pretty fun. World War I, Kingsman origin thing.
Wait, World War II or 1? 1. Oh, okay, then alright. Because I was going to ask
Rasputin's in it?
I was going to ask if the guy who, Marco Kane, if he was in it as a young man, but...
He wasn't...
Yeah, well, it was...
Marco Kane was not alive in World War II times to be like a member of... No. Oh my God, he totally was. Wow, he's old.
Yeah.
Bruh, he is. I mean, he would have been like 10, but
Yeah.
wait, no, we're saying World War One. Oh, you were saying
Yeah.
okay. I was about to say, are we both just really stupid here? Yeah, but no, Michael Caine would have been like 6 years old. He is older than I thought. So, I think that looks kind of fun. Although I do have a problem with the premise because I believe in Kingsman 1, the part where your boy Firth is explaining how the Kingsman came to be. He says after World War One, a lot of rich people had lost their heirs to World War One, and so they needed to they wanted to set up an intelligence agency with their money. So if it takes place during World War One, I'm not sure how the Kingsmen are around already. Thank you very much, Vaughn. If you could answer my fan mail.
Please. Well, don't you think it's going to be... They're not an actual organization, but then it's a bunch of people kind of coming together as an unofficial one?
Maybe, but it looks like...
I've just...
You've just ruined my fan theory. And my fan theory, I mean trying to ruin the movie. Maybe. I don't know. Again, haven't seen the trailer in a while, but good. I agree with what you have said.
Thank you.
You're probably right. I am the fool once more.
Yeah, as always.
Wonder Woman 84, we talked about this last couple times. Pretty good. Oh, we forgot to rate these. Wonder Woman 84, we gave 4 out of 6 pines or something.
Yeah.
The Candyman.
What is this? Is this also a horror movie?
It is,
sounds
yeah.
like it.
It looks pretty cool. Alright. Death on the Nile.
Is this the Poirot?
It would be probably the best detective in the world.
Oh, I thought you said...
No.
if Poirot is not in this...
Yeah, so...
I am probably the best detective in the world.
What an iconic trailer that was.
Yeah.
So Gad will not be returning in this one. Did he die in the last one?
No. He just fell down like a mine shaft or something.
Yeah, remember when Poirot was chasing him?
Stop! And then Gad fell.
Remember when Poirot stepped in in that movie? And then he stepped in it with the other foot?
Yeah.
Because he needs to balance it out.
Mm-hmm.
What an iconic
movie scene. Poirot stepping in horse dung. Was it horse dung?
I think so. Remember when Johnny gets stabbed by 1,000 people? Remember when it just smash cut to just all of them just stabbing Johnny? Let's see who's in this. Gal Gadot is in it. Letitia Wright. Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer? Who's that again?
He's Cavill's friend in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Ah.
Anyway.
Useless man.
What do you mean useless man? He's a great actor.
You did not sound like you believe that. He's a great actor.
He is. He's good in Call Me By Your Name.
He's the military tool.
I've been thinking about that ever since you saw the words Armie Hammer. Before I saw the words Armie Hammer. I'm very excited for this.
Me too.
I also like the idea of this kind of detective traveling the world, kind of a bit Indiana Jones-esque almost. Black Widow. Coming out in November.
Is she alive or is it an origin story?
It's between Civil War and Infinity War. This is probably the least excited I've been for a Marvel movie in a while. Not
what a diss to Scarlet.
No, no hate to the character of the movie. It's just it looks very, from the trailers, it just looks very kind of standard Marvel. It doesn't look like anything that
Ant-Man 2 kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's not the least exciting. Ant-Man 2 would be that, but it doesn't, and especially because we already know kind of. And I'm working on a video at the moment about if the MCU has peaked or when it will go.
I think it peaked at Hulk.
But because I find myself not very because Endgame was such a good ending. And also it obviously doesn't help that there's been so much space between them, and because of factors outside their control. But following up. And, Far From Home was a nice little epilogue. So following that up with, Black Widow feels kind of like a Phase 1 movie, you know? And so it's kind of it's a bit of an odd time for it. I'm interested to see, the Eternals and, the new direction they're going. But to have the Black Widow movie now, it's a bit of an odd timing, but I guess it's better late than never because people have wanted this movie for a while. I don't know. I shouldn't discredit. It looks fine. It looks good. All the MCU movies, look
fine.
Solid. Yeah, the baseline is solid. Hopefully it surprises me and is better than just average, but I'm more looking forward to other Phase 4 stuff than this one. But, it has what's his name from Stranger Things? Sheriff man?
Oh yeah.
He's pretty good. And obviously Scarlett's Scarlett's great in this role, and Florence Pugh, good actress.
Florence Pugh
from Little Women, which is a movie I was not a very big fan of, but I thought she was very good in it. So anyway, what do you think of Black Widow? I've just been rambling here for like 10 minutes about nothing.
I honestly don't have much of an opinion. It's a great contrast.
What a podcast. One person sits silently while one just rants like a maniac.
No, I love Scarlett, but yeah, I don't think it'll be anything interesting. I haven't seen the trailer either, so I can't really say much.
I'm excited for what MCU Phase 4, especially the like TV stuff like Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm excited to see that, but Black Widow.
When is that coming out?
A few months, December maybe.
Really? Already? Damn.
Or maybe next year. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, should be all right. Soul. It's a new Pixar movie. I think Jamie Foxx voices a guy who like loves jazz music or something.
Jamie Foxx is just so charismatic as well.
I do love a Fox.
Do love a good Jamie.
Do love a good Jamie Foxx.
my dad the other day, I hadn't texted him in years, and then out of nowhere, he sends me, "I love Jamie Foxx," and just sends me like 3 interviews with him. I'm like, what are you doing?
Who are you? Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't really seen anything from it, but I think it's about music, and Pixar does some good stuff, so we'll see. No Time to Die.
Which one was that again?
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. No Time to Die. Oh, the James.
The Craig.
The Craig.
The James Craig.
This I don't know. I love Skyfall and Casino Royale. Especially Skyfall, I think, is my favorite. So I think Craig is by far the best Bond.
Also, we should definitely do a Skyfall episode and see if it outperforms the Casino episode.
I somehow doubt it.
I somehow think it's not about the movie.
I think it's just the charisma that's totally off. But Spectre, like, even though it is what forged our friendship, it was not the.
It wasn't a great movie.
It was not a great movie. It was very, very average. I think it's gonna be a Spectre-esque movie.
I worry that it will, because it doesn't look
that unique.
Yeah, it looks solid like Spectre, but nothing more. I mean, solid Rami.
I mean, I love Rami.
Good bike jump. Remember that? That was pretty good. And I do like all the cast, and hopefully they want, like, since it's Craig's last one, they want to go out on like a good one. But
yeah,
nothing. I haven't heard the song either yet. Billie Eilish.
I have. Is
it alright?
It's very her, but I would not say it's very.
Are you not a big fan of Billie Eilish?
No, I really like Billie Eilish, but actually I'm a bit of a fanboy. But I wouldn't say it fits James Bond. Like, it's very, very slow.
Like the Casino Royale one is.
And Skyfall.
Bang on,
I think
perfect.
Skyfall is also very, very good.
Also, I will just mention that I just thought of someone did go back and comment on the Casino Royale one that this was one of our best pods yet. So thank you to that guy, for the record, for helping our one dud of a pod, which is now on par with all the others. So, but we're just keeping the meme going.
I don't know why that even did so bad.
No, I don't. I mean, well, now it's on par with everything else. So.
Is it?
Yeah, because they all, because we are 2 flops of human beings. Anyway, No Time to Die. 3 Craig faces out of
5 mooshes.
Yeah, sounds about right. Escape Room 2. The only thing I want to say about this is the first time I can remember seeing a sequel to a movie coming out the same year as the first movie.
Oh.
Which should tell you something about like the quality and like quick turnaround of these things.
But I guess also the popularity of the first one, though. Right?
Well, yeah, it was a horror movie, and it was one of those like very like low budget like Blumhouse things that make like. Like if they make like $5 million, that's already like 5 times the budget. Yeah. So, nothing else to say. Apparently, Escape Room 1 was not good, but very popular. So maybe it was. Who knows? Free Guy, Reynolds.
Oh right, honestly, it looks like a Pixels-esque thing.
So he's an NPC in like a GTA type game.
Yeah, right. And then he gets these glasses that let him do way more than. I mean, it looks fine. It looks kind of like
sort of fun.
I think it's gonna be like not at all plot wise, obviously, but like same kind of fun romp as
Citizen Kane.
Gone with the Wind. I think it'll have the same kind of fun romp kind of thing as Pikachu.
Honestly, have you seen that?
I love Pikachu.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good.
I've heard all right.
Heard decent things. So I think I think it'll be good.
If you're around at that point, I think it could be a good Woody movie, just like in
No.
Easy Go. I will not be around specifically for that reason. Just a fun little thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dune, new movie by Denis Villeneuve of Arrival and Blade Runner 2049 fame and a bunch of other stuff.
He's very
makes great movies. If you're about to
Oscar seeker, isn't he?
Yeah, but because he makes because he makes good movies, sir.
But aren't many movies kind of like that get Oscars kind of only based or like trying to get Oscars?
Are you talking about The Post starring Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep? Yeah, that's the movie you're always talking about, aren't you?
What?
And the movie that's always on your mind, isn't it?
The most bizarre thing I've ever heard. Are you talking about The Post starring Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep?
Because that's the one that's like the most Oscar baity movie of all time.
See, that's the phrase
Yeah.
I was looking for. Oscar baity.
Anyway, it has a crazy cast. It's like a sci-fi kind of thing. Very excited for this. West Side Story, new Spielberg thing.
What?
West Side Story. Yeah. That
Why
one.
is Spielberg doing that?
I don't know.
Spielberg getting very experimental lately, isn't he?
No.
Isn't he?
With what?
Didn't Spielberg...
His last movie was The Post.
Oh my god, what a terrible
the least
twist.
what a beautiful turnaround to this segment.
I thought, well, with like,
and then before that, I think it was
player
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
That wasn't experimental at all. That was so
not Spielberg. I'm
Sure.
not saying experimental.
And then
as
before
in,
that
like,
was the
movie.
BFG.
See?
What an experimental film.
No, not the film itself, but it's out of Spielberg's comfort zone. Whereas The Post is just Spielberg personified or moviefied.
I mean, I guess Ready Player One was like a fun romp, and that's, Spielberg's thing is like the summer blockbuster. But that came out in March, so you do make a good point.
Exactly. I knew all of that from the beginning.
Coming to America 2, but they made the 2 a 2, number 2. I haven't seen Coming to America, but the look on your face indicates to me that you have.
Yeah, the
Eddie
very
Murphy.
very good face read there, I'll say.
What can I say?
The one with
I mean, your face literally went...
All right, you're also an asshole. The one with Eddie.
Yeah, they're making a second
I
one.
love that one.
The Croods 2.
Oh, we're still talking about Coming to America.
What do you want to say about that?
Nothing to say.
This has devolved into delirium perfectly. The Croods 2, or as I would have called it,
The Tom Croods.
the Twoods. I'm sorry, I'm literally going insane.
The Twoods.
Tom and Jerry, making a Tom and Jerry movie. It will be titled The Twoods. The worst pod ever recorded. I feel like I say that every pod, which is fair. Anyway, Tom and Jerry.
It'll be called The Terry Jeffords.
So it's like a live action, animated, like
What?
mixed. It's like the Smurphs. They come to the real world. So those were the 2020 upcoming movies, kind of, if you can call that a podcast. But which one of these are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, I thought you were asking me. Probably.
I would say
probably
Kingsman
Yeah.
or Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile probably, or maybe Tenet.
Maybe, yeah. So
I know yours is the Hitman's wife's bodyguard. The Twoods.
The can's empty.
Can't empty.
Anyway,
No, that's become a thing now. So
it's our brand. So, let us know which one you guys are most excited for in the comments. Also, if you have any suggestions for future pods, leave them down below. Thank you for all the support on the pods. Hopefully,
We'll get more. You slackers.
hopefully we'll be back with a new one soon, because these were all recorded in one day, but, and Freddy's unavailable for podcasting for a little bit, but hopefully by the time this comes out, Freddy will be back for podcasting, so, you know, we'll get that done. And, yeah, thank you very much for listening. And we will see you next time. No, wait.
I was going to say, the man's going off the track here.
Thank you very much for listening. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
Why do we have Slim Shady on the podcast?
You can find Freddy
On Twitter, at FDK_Adult Sniper. On YouTube at FDK Space Gaming. And on Instagram at fdalgard.
Ooh,
Ooh, the lolly.
ooh, the lolly indeed.
Zooey mama.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Chica Flesh Mundo.